Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing my first look in my colorful series. I'm going to try to do a rainbow eye look. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm a little nervous because I've never really done anything like that, so it'll be my first testament of how good my makeup skills are. If you like videos like this, all beauty related all the time, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below and hit the little bell button next to the subscribe button so you're notified of all my future uploads. Give this video a big thumbs up and enjoy. Without further ado, let's get started. We are gonna start by pinning my hair back. So I'm gonna start by taking the Louise Base in shade 2 and just priming the eyes, getting ready for all that color. I'm going to take this right up to my brow bone. So this is my first time using this. I've seen actually a lot of, just going to grab my mirror, a lot of YouTubers use this and they claim, you know, that it covers up all their veins and their redness. And it's the perfect base for eyeshadows. It did cover my veins. I'm going to try a little, maybe I need a little more. Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah. Yeah, I'll say it does do that. It took a little bit more building up, I guess, than I was expecting, but I also used a very thin layer to start. So if I had maybe started with a little bit larger amount, I don't think it would have taken as long, because like that time, they're all covered except for my very outer corner, which does tend to kind of have the more veins. They were like bright purple and they really stand out. So if you can see that, it did do a pretty nice job. I'm gonna try to do like a mixture between this one and that one. I'll link them down below. So I have the James Charles palette that I think I'm gonna be working with today. And then I also have this e.l.f. palette. It is the To the Rescue palette. It was limited edition. I do think it's still available, but I'm not quite sure for how long. Now that I struggled for half a year to get into that palette. So it's super pretty. It's got a row of shimmers. Whoops, those are the stickers you can decorate with. And so it's got a row of shimmers along the bottom. It's got kind of like goes in a order of like color tone. So lightest, darkest, and then the glitter shade. So I think I'm going to kind of do something very similar to that with my eyes today. And then I also have the James Charles palette, which I'm sure if you watch YouTube, you've seen this a million times. Everyone and their mother has it. So I'm going to kind of use that one for any color I'm missing from this palette. I'm going to start by just grabbing a brown, just to throw in my crease as a transition shade. I am very excited to see how my shadows blend on top of a eyeshadow primer. Aside from the videos that I've done on YouTube, I don't in my daily life usually really use an eyeshadow primer. I more just kind of go on my face. And I never have really noticed a problem with the colors blending. So this transition shade, I'm kind of going like everywhere with it, all inner corner to outer corner, up to my brow bone. I'm gonna kind of work on flicking it out. Kind of right there, just flicking. And we can clean up anything that we feel kind of gets messed up. Now that we have those shadows where we want them placed, it's just that brown in the crease. Oh, kind of nervous. All right, let me kind of grab a couple brushes. I'm going to start with a yellow and kind of put that to start. A lot of kickback with these shades in that e.l.f. palette. I'm kind of scared. So we're just gonna place this kind of inner corner and then right along that inner corner. Kind of something like that. Very pigmented for a drugstore palette. I will say they're pressed very finely, so you're gonna get a lot of kickback, which I don't mind actually that much if the colors are giving a nice payoff. So we're doing something super crazy today, which gives me high hopes for my colorful series. That will be able to make some really bomb ass looks. Okay, so there's where we are so far. Just kind of trying to make sure this eye is matching the intensity of the other eye. Which could be lighting. I don't know. On camera it doesn't quite. I guess they're fine. So we'll start there. I'm going to save my yellow brush because we're going to use that every time. Every time that we need to add some more color. We're going to grab another fluffy brush. I'm going to just look at my picture again. Looks like they're going into orange next. A lot of kickback. It's crazy. And I'm taking these shadows down to the lid, not keeping them just in the crease. We're kind of coming down too. And it's okay if you kind of go all over the place because we're going to work on blending the shadows into each other also. This is kind of more just for placement of where we want them and trying to get them as pigmented as we can to start. Alright, so I'm not sure what it is. It could be the base. I mean, it's definitely the base. But for some reason, I mean, it also could be, I guess, my mirror. Like the lighting and the way it's hitting and stuff. But I feel like on this mirror is looking like this eye is not as pigmented and vibrant as this one. So I'm not sure if it's maybe from the amount of primer that I used. Yeah, I'm not really sure. It's kind of weird. It's very weird. So I'm just grabbing a clean brush and kind of blending my edges. Application so far too, this eye is way better. Okay, so now we are gonna grab our final brush for the top, I think. I'm gonna go, so these colors kind of either show like a yellow, orange, pink kind of vibe on the top, or they go the whole rainbow and they start with pink, yellow, green, blue. So I think I want to go maybe pink, and then maybe if I want to deepen it, I'll do a purple in there. So I don't have a pink in this palette, so I'm gonna grab, maybe we'll go red then. I think pink would be pretty, but I'm grabbing two shades from the James Charles palette, and I'm going to place those next to my orange, kind of working on blending those shades together, tapping motions, and then along the orange line. So I'm also creating my outer V, and this is where we're flicking that color. So we're kind of flicking it out. Going down onto the lid and back up and creating that outer V. Being kind of cool. for sure. But, yeah. This is why I did my foundation, or why I did my eyeshadows first, because I will need to clean up so much on that outer corner. So now I'm just kind of adding that orange back to life here. I'm trying to blend those two together. I'm marrying those colors. And now I'm going to do the yellow to vibrancy that up. And once again, blending all of my edges. And the pink, we are going to try to get that to blend a little nicer. Yep. I will say the James Charles palette is kind of a little hard to work with. So far that's kind of what we're looking like. I think this orange shade is maybe just not the right one. while those lashes dry, we are going to finish off the face. And sorry that this lighting is like washing me out. I've tried to adjust it a few times and I don't know, it's almost just getting worse, but it's definitely not, like I match perfectly, actually. So in these pictures, they're doing kind of like green, blue, purple. Just using the same brush because that's going to help this blend super easily together. And then taking our first brush and blending it all, and my lash is popping off. These are like new lashes and they just don't want to stay, honestly. So I'm gonna use one of my own tricks. Pop a little of the glue right there. And sorry, but that's gonna look a little wonky for a minute while I let that get tacky. Same thing on the other side. It's okay if the colors get into your waterline. Not a big deal. Underneath on both eyes. I hate doing my lower lash line sometimes because my eyes get super watery. These House of Lashes lashes are not my favorite that I've ever used. They kind of are hard to stick on and they don't really want to stay in place. And I know it's not my lash glue because that has worked on like 6 or 7 different other brands. So, interesting. That's kind of how our eyes are looking. I don't want much on my lower lash line, just a little something to define, and I want to marry those lashes together. And now we're just gonna do our lips. Oh, sorry if I was kind of like a little stressed out filming this. This is my first time playing with color and I really wanted it to come out well. I think that it has. I think the colors blended really nicely. It's looking pretty good. I'm pretty impressed. So we're going to do a Jkissa Tint Lip Balm by ColourPop. And just kind of keeping it nudie pink because the eyes are already a lot for me. So just kind of doing that. We'll do a cut crease for the next one. I think this one we're just going to keep it here. But I am super happy with how this came out. Like I said, the lashes are not my favorite. They do feel the best out of all the lashes I've ever used. They literally feel like nothing's there, but they're not staying on very well. So that's not the best. But I hope that you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe down below if you like my content. I create beauty videos and I'm planning on throwing in a couple mom videos here and there. And one of my last videos I had asked about my labor and delivery and pregnancy, and if people want to hear about that, I think I'm going to do something with that next. Maybe do a makeup tutorial while I do that. I have some fall looks, some Halloween looks coming up. I would love it if you subscribe. And don't forget to give a big thumbs up, and we will see you guys in my next one. Thanks.